Hello everybody and welcome back to Louisiana Homestead. Today we're going to be doing some Tex-Mex stuffed bell peppers. I have 6 bell peppers right here that I had frozen, so I'm not going to parboil them or anything like that. I think they're going to soften up enough since I have had them frozen. I got 2 cups of rice here that's already cooked. I have about a pound of ground meat here that I already browned and seasoned. I have about a cup and a half, maybe 2 cups of shredded cheese, a can of cream corn, and a jar of salsa. Also, I have browned some onions and some peppers, and I did a hot pepper in there as well. You can use a jalapeno or any kind of hot pepper that you like, and use as many of them as you like to spice it up. Also, I have my oven preheating. I'm going to cook these on 325. I think that'll be hot enough. And I'm going to be making enough of this mixture to where I can reserve some to do another batch later. Because I'm only cooking 6 of these for me and Miss to eat. We don't need that many of them at a time. Alright, so I got me a big bowl here, and I'm just going to start combining my ingredients. So we're going to start with, let's start with the onions and peppers that I have already sauteed. Let's get that in here first.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell. I don't want you to miss a thing.
This is 1 onion, a bell pepper, and I put a couple of hot peppers in mine because I want it to be pretty spicy. We eat a lot of pepper around here, so that's going to do good for us.
I want to thank all of you for subscribing, and for those of you who haven't, I hope you'll consider it.
And then on top of that, I'm going to add this ground meat. This is about a pound of ground deer meat. You can use whatever kind of ground meat you prefer. I'm just going to kind of combine that. And then I'm going to add in my 2 cups of already cooked salted rice. And I'm going to mix that in like that. And I have some more rice if I want to add it, because I did cook a full rice cooker of rice. Okay, to that we're going to add in our can of cream style corn. And I'm going to use the whole can. This is a 14.75 ounce can. Mix that in. I love corn in anything, really. I just love corn. I love cornbread, grits. Any way you can make corn, it's good to me. Now this is some salsa that I had made out of the garden back in 22, as you can see. Let me open that up, and let's see how much of this is actually going to take, because I have a feeling it's not going to take the whole container. Let's see how half of it looks stirred in there. Oh yeah, that looks good. Smells good too. Now I seasoned the ground meat, but I'm also going to add some cumin to it, because that makes a good Tex-Mex flavor, I find. And I'm going to put a little chili powder in it also. Oops. That's good. It'll be fine. I'm going to mix that in. It's looking good already. I should have some to reserve to do this again, is what I'm thinking, but we're going to see how far it's going to take us. I think it could use a little more of this tomato, so I'm going to put a little bit more. Okay, that's looking good. And I'm also going to add some shredded cheese into this. Like I said, I have a couple of cups of it here. So I'm just going to add that in. And I have a little more in the fridge if I need it, because I want to put some on top of them whenever I get them filled. But I'm actually not going to put the cheese on top of them until they've cooked for a little while in the oven, because I don't want my cheese to burn. I just want it to be melted nicely on the top. I think it can take the rest of this cheese in this mixture. So that's going to be 2 cups of cheese in our mixture here. And this is going to freeze well if I have enough left over to do some more at a later date. All right, so we can bring these over now and start filling them. Let me get a spoon that'll fit in there. Let's see if I can get this a little bit. There we go. How's that? Get these filled up. Kind of mash it down in there. Make sure it's all the way to the bottom. I think each one of these will hold about a half cup of this stuff. So I'm almost positive I'll have plenty of this left to do some more later. And I saved some of my bell peppers and froze them whole like this. These I had cut the tops off of before I froze them yesterday. I had picked a bunch of peppers yesterday and I just reserved these because I knew I wanted to do this with them today. So I'll have those other ones. I can just cut the tops off of those whenever I take them out and decide to do some more of these. Okay, that looks pretty good. Going ahead and fill these last 2 up. Like I said, I'm trying to mash it down in there to make sure it goes all the way to the bottom. I think these are going to be very good, y'all. They shouldn't take long to cook, but I'm going to cook them on 325. That's kind of a low heat. But I figure that'll be good just to help get the peppers a little softened up. I did, like I said, these were frozen and I didn't parboil them. Like you see in some recipes, you would parboil them just to soften them up. But whenever you freeze peppers and thaw them out, they do get a little limp. So I'm thinking that this will be fine, but we're going to see. So stick around to the end. Let me know if you've ever tried them like this, just freezing them and stuffing them without doing the parboiling step. I'm trying to make sure they're plenty full. Okay, that looks good. I don't want to get too crazy filling these things up. All right, and I have still plenty of this left over, but I plan on using it again for some more peppers. So I'm going to go on ahead. I think I'm going to cover this so they can kind of steam while they're in the oven. I'm going to use a little piece of foil to cover them with like this. And I'm going to let them cook for at least 30 minutes before I check them. So let's get them in the oven. Take this out and I'll be ready to go. I'll label it. Okay guys, once the skin on these got tender enough, which for me it took me actually a couple of hours, but I would recommend turning the heat up higher than what I had said, the 225 that I was using. I turned it up to 350, and I think that worked a lot better because they started cooking faster and they got tender quicker. So if I would have started with the 350 at first, I don't think it would have taken me as long to cook them. So you might want to try it at 350 and check them after about an hour. Okay, they're tender enough, so I took them out and I put some cheese on them, and as you can see, the cheese is already melting on them. But I'm just going to pop them back in the oven for a few minutes to complete the melting. Okay, they're done. These are very, very hot, so I'm going to let these cool down for a good little while before I try to taste them. I don't want to get burned. But while it's hot, I want to demonstrate to you how very tender the skin is on these. See that? It's very tender. Call that corn and tomato and some more peppers and onions and rice with the cheese melted in it. See if we can get us a little bite of it. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. I taste that corn in there, and it's got a hot little spicy kick. It's very, very good, y'all. The bell pepper flavor is really coming through because I put some bell peppers in it as well, not just stuffed into a bell pepper. It's hot, but oh yeah, it's good. It's a hit, y'all. Oh yeah, I'm about to eat the rest of that. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you like, share, and subscribe. Y'all take care of each other. And until next time, bye y'all.